Hey, I'm Troy, and it's Monday, so it's time for another Automotive Monday. And always, thanks for watching. Today, we'd like to talk to you about securing cargo. You've probably all witnessed pulling up to an intersection and having to wait while somebody picks up a pile of 2x4s and put back in their truck just because they didn't tie things down correctly and they just left the hardware store. Or you're cruising on your way to work coming out 35 and you see a couch on the side of the road. How in the world did that get there? Now, what you may not know is that you are actually liable for that. So in the event that something falls off your vehicle, you are responsible for that. In the event that there's a crash and something comes out of your vehicle, not only could that be a projectile that could actually injure you, but it could also injure someone else. So again, you are liable for that as well. Now today we're going to talk a little bit about the different versions and the different methods of tying things down. The first one is the bungee strap or the bungee cord. I know these are quick, something that a lot of people use. The bad thing about these is they don't seem to last really long, and they're actually kind of dangerous because if you hook onto something and then you pull on it and it actually comes loose, you're actually going to get hurt. Okay, it's going to break or it's going to slip off and it's probably going to hit you in the face. So probably not the best method to use. Now the next method is the pull strap. Again, probably not the overall best method. I guess it depends on what you're tying down. Now these straps, once you hook to whatever you're tying down, and then basically you're just going to adjust the length, and then when you get everything hooked up, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to actually pull, and it's going to make this tighter. But the problem is what you're relying on is this pinching the strap between this spring-loaded metal arm and the base of the strap. So again, probably not the best method, but again, pretty fast. You also want to take a look at these and actually see what the ratings are. Usually there is a rating on this. This says 317 pounds. Now, there are usually a couple other ratings on these as well. First of all, we have the rating for the actual strap, and then there's another rating called the breaking point or the breaking rating, and that is usually 3 times the number that is on the strap. But again, not the best method, but just depends on what you're tying in. If this is all you have, probably better than nothing. But obviously I wouldn't try to secure a vehicle or anything really heavy with one of these. Okay, now the third method is a ratchet strap. That is probably the preferred method. And again, they're probably going to be all tangled up, all of that like an extension cord. But once you get it all unraveled, you want to take a look to find out where the tag is. This one is actually rated at 500 pounds. So again, this is rated at 500 pounds. That means the breaking point would be 1,500 pounds, which again, I would want to use the 500-pound rating. Okay? Now, when you buy a ratchet strap new, they are probably not going to come together. So let me show you how to load and put a ratchet strap together. So again, you get one new. This is what it's going to look like. What you want to do is you want to ratchet it to where the opening in the ratchet strap is in the back side. So you're going to feed this through the back side, and then you're going to bring it up over the top, okay, and back out like this. Okay, that way when whatever you're tying down, okay, it's going to look like this when you're done. Some people I know like to leave this part through here, and that's actually not correct. Okay, so you actually want to take that through the slot and then back out, and then you're ready to go. Now, one other mistake that a lot of people make is on a ratchet strap. In order to use a ratchet strap, they want to take and pull it tight. So if I hook onto something, okay, and then I'm going to tie this down. If I pull this good and tight first, okay, I'm not really getting to use the ratchet strap because the whole purpose of the ratchet strap and where it gets its strength is it's actually going to overlap the strap and use the friction of the overlap to actually create the binding action that this ratchet strap uses. Okay, so you can see I've overlapped that a little bit, and now this thing is good and tight. And then the last thing you want to do when you're done tightening it down and your load is secure, you want to take this and close it all the way down, and then it's actually locked. And in order to unlock it, it's going to have a release lever, so you're going to pull on that lever. Now the next thing you have to do is take the ratchet strap and make it all the way flat again. So when it's all the way flat, now I can pull on it, and now it's going to loosen up. Okay? And next, we're going to go ahead and tie this quad in just to kind of show you how to use this and where to tie things down. Now, this particular vehicle has a bed liner, so there are actually factory tie downs built into the bed of most pickup trucks. So usually they have plugs that you can pop out, and behind this you can see we have a nice strong ring that's tied into the bed. So I'm just going to take our ratchet strap and hook around that, and then I've already secured it to our quad here. You can see the mistake most people make is they want to take and pull this really tight before they start ratcheting. That's actually incorrect. Okay, you want to actually loosen this just a little bit to where your strap is a little bit loose, then start to ratchet. That way you get the overlap to create that binding action we need to secure this into our vehicle. And then again, just like we said before, you want to lock that down, and that way this thing is nice and locked. And then again, I can move my quad here, try to shake it, make sure that it's secure. Now the other thing you need to be concerned about is, what am I going to do with all this slack? Several things you can do with that. I like to just run it through the loop, kind of as an extra added safety feature in the event that my strap comes loose or it breaks or my load shifts and the strap comes loose. So I'm just going to kind of run this back and forth to take up the slack, and then just kind of create a little bit of a knot right here. Just pull that good and tight. And again, this doesn't have to be real tight. Again, we're just trying to keep this from flapping around. All right, so I showed you all three versions. We talked about a bungee cord or a bungee strap, we talked about the pull strap, and we talked about the ratchet strap. So again, keep in mind, when you have something in the bed of your vehicle, if it falls out, you are responsible for that. So make sure that you tie those things down. Also, even in an SUV or the back seat of your car, for instance, like a car seat, if you have a car seat in the back of your SUV or your truck or your car, that should also be buckled as well, because in the event of an accident, that could actually become a projectile on the inside of the vehicle. All right, I hope that helps. I hope that was useful to you, and thanks, and look forward to our future videos.